Hey guys, welcome back. Orabomb here, bringing you a little live reaction to these cards, like a legitimate one. I haven't really read. I mean, I read the first couple, but I had the trash recording. I haven't read the majority of these cards yet, so I'm actually really interested in looking at all these cards. This is SM10 Double Blaze. We're looking at these all at PokeBeach. Once again, as always, shoutouts for PokeBeach for being one of the best Pokemon TCG websites out there, if not the best. Let's be real. But yeah, we're actually live streaming this, so chat can say hi if they want to. I'm live streaming this. Don't forget to check out my Twitch for the YouTube cats out there. But for the YouTube cats, don't forget to like the video. I always appreciate it. We're going to look at all these cards, and we might discuss the previous set before this, the one that had Lieutenant Surge. It depends on how I'm feeling, because I'm still a little bit under the weather, if you guys can hear. So if there's some random mic muting, keep that in mind. It's probably just me coughing or sneezing. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get right into this. Let me give me 1 second. And yeah. All right, cool. So let me check the chat and see if there's anything to talk about. Hello, YouTube. Why the pickaxe? I can't find it on the list. There's a pickaxe? Oh, I didn't see it yet. Anyways, new Oddish, 50 HP Oddish. It's cute. Next one, 60 HP Oddish. It's a Stitch Boy. None of them are really relevant besides the fact that they have 50 and 60 HP. Now, here's where things get kind of interesting. We have a really cool ability here in Gloom. Let me actually try to move these over a little bit. There we go. 80 HP. It has this cool ability, Irresistible Scent. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin of heads. Look at your opponent's hand, put one basic Pokemon you find there, put it into your opponent's bench. So that's really strong an ability on its own right, especially with the Dene GX being out, as whenever this set comes out, it's going to be relatively decent to force the Dene plays without your opponent being able to control it, as well as just force your opponent to play down Pokemon that can be easily knocked out, like especially if they're holding on to a tag team they don't want to throw down on the bench. It's relatively interesting. I like it a lot. Vileplume here, 140 HP. I know Shintaro Ito's Vileplume list that lets you avoid basic damage is becoming popular, so it's kind of interesting talking about Vileplume. Variety Pollen, once during your turn, flip a coin of heads. You may leave your opponent's active Pokemon poisoned, burned, asleep, or confused, so you choose one. Not bad. 90 damage, heal 30 from this Pokemon, whatever. The attack doesn't matter. The ability is pretty cool, with all the boosts to things like poison and burn, and now Confusion has like what, that little panda boy. I can never remember the name of that panda boy. Man, he's so important to me in Pokemon Go because I'm trying to get all of his forms too. Why am I completely forgetting about this Pokemon? Bro, that's how you know I'm sick. I used to memorize every Pokemon in the entire game. Why am I not remembering Drunk Panda? Dude, I'm literally going to Pokemon Go to find this out right now. Unless somebody can tell me. Spinda, that's what it's called. Spinda. I'm pretty sure Spinda has an effect that increases confusion damage. That one, little drunk panda Pokemon. That one, yeah, Spinda. Spinda. All right. Anyways, enough talking about Spinda. Let's move on. We got Venonat here. I'm trying to go over these grass ones because I've already looked at them. We stopped at Charizard, but Venomoth is here. Venomoth is actually pretty interesting. You can use attack only if your opponent's Pokemon is active by a special condition. You may do 90 damage on your opponent's bench Pokemon. That's a lot of damage on your opponent's bench Pokemon. So there's a colorless attack cost. We have the other Venomoth that's kind of interesting. Yeah, Spinda's a drunk panda. What do you mean? He's literally just like wobbling around like a drunk man. I mean, he's definitely a drunk panda. You're not gonna sit here and tell me Spinda's not a drunk panda. Anyways, the best artwork in Pokemon history, honestly, like Charizard and Reshiram GX. That's a powerful looking artwork. But is the card powerful? Let's talk about it. For 2 fire energies, or fire colors, I guess. There's 30 damage, plus 10 more damage card on this Pokemon. Now, he's definitely super beefy tanky. Like, 270 HP is some of the highest HP we have. It rivals Snorlax, Eevee, is the same one. And then the only thing that's higher than it is technically the... I'm pretty sure it's the Wailord Magikarp. That's the only card right now, I think. So, it's beefy, so you can abuse Outrage. The problem is, like, you don't want your tag team to ever be knocked out. So, like, it's kind of hard to abuse this card. Because if you abuse it, you're just gonna get revenged anyways. So it's bleh. But a panda, it's definitely, I don't know. Is it a panda? I'm pretty sure it's a panda, right? Isn't that what its Pokedex entry is? It's the panda Pokemon, Spinda. Why are we still talking about Spinda? Flare Strike does 230 damage. You can't use it again. Now here's the thing that like unimpresses me about Flare Strike. It's only 238 damage, which is like, I guess it's not bad, but like you're not knocking out any tag teams with it. So it's not great. You need Choice Band if you're gonna take knockouts on like only half the tag team Pokemon. And then like, why? You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather play this with Wishful Baton or something, I think. I'm not too sure yet, though. So, it's alright, I guess. And then Double Blaze GX 200 damage if this Pokemon has at least 3 extra energies, so you need 6 energies on this Pokemon. You can hit for an extra 100, and you're not affected by any effects of your opponent's active Pokemon. So you can hit for 300 damage. So it's just like any other Charizard card. It hits for a lot of numbers, but is it going to be successful? I mean, Charizard cards in the past have not been successful. They've all been relatively the same thing. Lots of energies, attack for a lot. The only difference is like this is actually these are actually decent numbers, but you're still a tag team, which comes with its own risk. Baby Pokemon are back, but they can't evolve. Oh, don't spoil the list for me. The baby Pokemon are back? Hold on, whatever. Let's move on. Don't spoil the list. Spoilers, man. Growlithe, good pupper. That is an amazing artwork. Cute pupper. Alright, moving on. 80 HP, it's actually pretty good. And then Arcanine. Cool artwork. It's a holo. Grand Flame, attach 2 fire energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Not bad, but it's 3 fire energy, so it's not really worth it. And then Heat Tackle, I mean, we've seen that attack before. Boring. Darumaka, he throws fire poops. I like him. He's cute. 80 HP again. Oh, dude, this is the fire set, right? Oh, I'm more interested in the cards that will help support Bucephalon. Let's get this money. Darmanitan, there's your deck for up to 3 fire energy cards. Reveal them and put them into your hand. Oh, so put them into your hand. That's kind of boring. Discard all fire energies. Whatever. Boring. Moving on. Volcanion. Oh yeah, this is a new Volcanion. First of all, that artwork is like way too intense. That is extreme intensity of artwork. Choose your deck for a fire energy card, reveal and attach to one of your Pokemon. That's alright. Then shuffle your deck. If you're going second on your first turn, you may search your deck for up to 3 fire energy, instead attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. Now, to me, this kind of feels like just bad. It's like bad Kiawe. If I'm going first, I'm probably going to try to use Kiawe, and thanks to cards like Jirachi and Lele and all the ball search that we have, it's relatively easy to get Kiawe turn 1. So I'm not really interested in this card at all. I mean, sure, you can attach them to any Pokemon you like, but Kiawe attaches 4 to 1 Pokemon, which is generally what you want to do with fire decks, so it's like, whatever. Heat Blow, 50 damage. If there are 4 more energies attached to your Pokemon in play, attack to 60 more damage. That's it? That's so lame. Whatever. It's alright. It's not a great card, I'm not gonna be honest. Litten. Oh, new Incineroar, right? I remember there was a new Incineroar card being announced prior. First of all, I love me Litten. My favorite middle evolution starter ever is Torracat, so huge fan of Litten. No Poplio, not gonna lie, but I do like Torracat. Torracat, I mean, look at this, man. Look at this cat. I love me cats, bro. I'm a huge dog person, but like, how could you not love Torracat? Adorable. Incineroar. This is your Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So this works for all Pokemon. You can only use 1, so you can't use more than 1. So, I mean, you can put this into any deck. Why are you realistically going to put this into any deck? It does make Incineroar GX more viable, though, because now instead of only hitting 130, you hit 160 with Choice Band's 190. You're actually taking Oko's Incineroar GX, so that's actually kind of huge. Combine that with Kiawe. So Incineroar GX becomes actually a viable archetype with this Incineroar here. So that's something to keep in mind, because like it literally, now you accelerate on your own, and now you do more damage on your own. So actually, I'm actually really excited for Incineroar GX thanks to this Incineroar here. It makes it actually really, really good. I'm actually really excited about that. Because Incineroar GX was literally just missing damage output. But if you play this, which means your attacks do 160 now, and then with Choice Band you're 190, and with Kukui you hit 210, you can hit 210 while accelerating to yourself and having a huge Oko GX attack. Which means that once you set up your board, you don't care about energy counts. So I actually really like the idea of this deck. I like it a lot. Salandit and Salazzle, more new cards. Discarded grass energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Cool. Wait a minute, discarded grass energy? That's so random. 100 damage, 100 HP. Roast Reveal. Once during your turn, you may discard a fire energy from your hand if you do draw 3 cards. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. Huh, is that's potential. That's actually really decent potential in Bucephalon. Like you play this, you add this to your deck, you already played Ditto. So matchups you don't play Muck in, you can probably get away with Salazzle. Although generally in my Bucephalon build, I'm playing Alolan Grimer as well as Alolan Muck, because you want to get off that Alolan Muck for sure. So you play Ditto and Alolan Grimer, and then you should have a pretty decent chance of evolving Alolan Muck with Jirachi being on board. This is actually really decent. You play already a bunch of energies in Bucephalon. If you're drawing a couple 3 extra cards, that's huge. That's the difference between a B-string and not a B-string. Cucumber out here with the Twitch subscription. Thank you so much. Blitz TCG. When are we getting a new Decidueye? Instead already has 2 non-GX cards already. I know, man, but I'm more interested in like a good Primarina. Can I get a viable Primarina, please? Oh, there's a Blacephalon card. Oh, that's so cool. Is it good? Oh, I hope it's good. Razor, 10 damage. Flip over one of your face-on prize cards. If that card's a fire energy, the attack does 50 more damage. That's right. That prize card remains face up for the rest of the game. Oh, that's so cool, actually. You can use this over and over again. Oh, that's actually kind of sick. Fireball Circus, discarding number of fire energy cards from your hand, attack does 50 damage for each discard in this way. Bro, that's so sick. I mean, it's not really good, but like, it's actually really interesting. Like, it just pairs well with the other Blacephalon, right? Because that way you know. This reveals the Blacephalon. This reveals if it's a fire energy, so you can use the Blacephalon GX's GX attack to attach it to a Pokemon. And then mid game, you can just try to set this up throughout the game, but you're most likely not going to do it. You probably need to get Beast Ring turns out. But then if you have a lot of energies in your hand, which is where the synergy kind of loses itself, right? Because by mid game, you're probably not going to have a lot of fire energies in your hand. But I do really like this Blacephalon. I think it's really cool. That first attack's interesting. It's just not good. It's not the non-GX card I was hoping it was, though. It doesn't do the non-GX damage I was hoping that Blacephalon really needs. Poliwag. Oh, that artwork is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely makes him look like a tadpole. You'll need this ability if you go second and on your first turn. Once during your turn, you may leave your opponent's active Pokemon confused. That's so boring. All right, whatever. Poliwag. Call for family. All right. Poliwhirl. Oh, actually, I should look at the artwork because that's what I care about. Look at that cuteness. Look at all that cuteness. Then we got Poliwrath, Big Boy Wrath, Knuckle Punch. What? If you have a Poliwag and Fire One, the best deck does 90 more damage. So you can do 180 for having Pokemon on your bench. All right, that's cool. Where's my Politoed with the crazy boost in damage? We got Seal here. Whatever. I need to like move this over a little bit. Where is the Chrome? So you guys can see it instantly. Try to fix that real quick. Chrome, and let me just move it slightly like this. There we go. All right, Dugong. I like that artwork. It didn't really help at all, actually. I was hoping it would help a little bit, but I guess not. If I were to do like, does that help? Yeah, that does help actually. There we go. Krabby. All right, 70 HP. Kingler. Okay. Bubble Beam. Flip a coin of Heads Jack. Pokemon Paralyzed. Whatever. Massive Rend. 130. Boring. Sunfish. Look at this boy. Attack does 10 damage to one of your bench Pokemon. This attack does 30 damage to each Pokemon with damage cards on them. Each of your Pokemon with damage cards on them. So you can hit 180 if you have damage cards on all your Pokemon. If you're playing this expanded, you can hit a lot more. It's boring. Why is that good? I know people were talking about this, but like, I mean, it's alright, I guess. 180. Lightning type attacker, attacks with DCE. You just have to damage all your own Pokemon. So like, are you gonna have a bench full of your own Pokemon damaged? I know there's a Spiritomb card that can damage itself, but that's only 4 Pokemon. So like, it seems not very good. Muck and Alolan Muck GX. I think this is really cool how they made like a regular and Alolan form become a thing. I kind of like it. Bad Poison. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poison. Put 8 damage cards. That's a lot of damage. Poison Lick, 120. If your opponent's active Pokemon is poison, heal 100 damage from this Pokemon. Okay. That's actually really good, but it's also like really heavy, and I don't want to play this in Malamar, so I mean, you could play it in Malamar. It's just poison damage is not as reliable. Like, you're doing 3 energies for 80. That's not very good. Sticky Mix GX. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poison and paralyzed. If this Pokemon has 4 more energies attached to it, put 15 damage cards instead of 1 on that Pokemon between turns. So, is there like, it's annoying because like, it's not exactly easy in this current meta to trap your opponent in the active. So unless they print a card that can like, oh, if your opponent's active Pokemon is poison, they can't retreat. That's like a basic or something like that. I don't really see this card doing well. I mean, Toxapex has never done well, and Toxapex is relatively easy to set up as well. So like, I don't see this card doing well, but it's really cool. I like the fact that you can do that much poison damage. In expanded, I can see this doing something because I guess you have Verbank and stuff, but like, And standard, I don't really see it doing much. Maybe you play with like one Mally, like a 2/2 Mally line, so you can get up a one Mally attached to DCs and just like play down some Vipers. I don't know. Ooh, Ghastly, a new Gengar card. I like Gengar. Haunter, or I mean Ghastly. If this Pokemon is knocked out, search your deck for up to 2 Haunter and put them onto your bench. That's cool. I really like that. That's actually really dope. Another Ghastly. Alright, Haunter. What does Haunter do? Sinister Fog. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. That's interesting. Gengar. Excuse me. Gengar. You can use this ability once during your turn. When you play this card from your hand to evolve a Pokemon. Put 6 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon GX and EX Pokemon any way you like. Okay. Kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. Twilight Poison, 70 damage. Your opponent's X Pokemon is now poisoned and asleep. Pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie, but whatever. Golfing. Why Frozen City is just use Magma Secret Base. There's that too. Well, like if you're using Magma Secret Base, you're not using Skyfield. I don't know. It's weird. If we're talking expanded, that is. I don't feel like that deck doesn't do as well as people want it to be in expanded. Wheezing. At any time, did I look at coughing yet? I don't know if I did. What's going on with coughing? Oh look, she's being someone. This chick just yeeted that coughing towards the opponent. That's crazy. Anytime between turns, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's basic Pokemon. Whoa, really? That's cool. That's actually really cool. At any time between turns, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's basic Pokemon. That's really cool actually. It's like a Flygon. It's like that Flygon in Legacy. Oh, that's really dope. I like that. That's actually really cool. I like that ability. I think that's really strong. Scatter Sludge. It does 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on them, and it has a really decent attack. Dude, this card is really strong. I like this card a lot. Against all basic decks, this thing just throttles. It's just like you can never play against all basic decks. You know what I mean? But it's really strong. Like, imagine this versus Zapdos. That's a really good card versus. This is like, hey, I beat Zapdos. The deck even has 120 HP, so like Zapdos would need at least 2 Electro Powers to take a knockout on this thing. I really like this card. I think it's really cool. I like it a lot. Now this Mewtwo is something I'm actually really interested in. I'm gonna try to get myself a couple hollows of this card, or reverses, I guess. 120 HP, which is pretty okay. Mind Report. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may choose a supporter card in your discard pile, show it to your opponent, and put it on top of your deck. So it's essentially like, hey, let me put this Guzma on top of my deck, or I'm stuck, let me put this draw supporter on top of my deck. It's essentially just controls your top deck, forces your opponent to judge you, which, I mean, it doesn't matter because your card's back in the deck already. So I actually really like this Mewtwo a lot. Really cool. Attack that isn't affected by weakness or whatever. And by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Oh, that's actually better. Psyshock's okay. Whatever. I mean, I can see this being played in a bunch of decks. This Mew also makes me really sad because it completely kills spread. It just completely kills spread and makes me so sad. Also, the Mew is like the ugliest artwork I've seen for a Mew in a long time. Prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon by damage from your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks. So it instantly goes in a Lost March, right? It makes Lost March better. And it makes Ultra Necrozma pretty much bad versus Lost March again, which is really sad because that's what made it so good, was that you could use just your GX attack and completely throttle Lost March with a couple of Giratina drops. So Mew just kind of fixes that issue completely. So it's really, really strong. So this Mew is really good. What can I say? Really good card. I'm not very happy about it, and I love Mew. Mew's up there in my top 5 favorite Pokemon. I believe it's number 3 for me right now. So like, it makes me sad, but whatever. Because I really like playing spread. You guys know I'm trying to make Mally spread work, but I know it's gonna take a while before it actually comes into effect. So I'm not too worried about it, but it's still kind of annoying. Ominous Eye, put 1 damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon. That's a happy Mischievous. That's a happy Mischievous. That makes me smile. Miss Magius, mysterious message. Once during your turn, you may knock out this Pokemon. If you do, draw cards from your deck until you have 7 in your hand. Whatever. It's boring. Esper. Alright. What do you mean her eyes look sad? She looks at peace. Well, I guess they kind of do look sad. Now you kind of ruined it for me. Now she kind of looks like she's awkward smiling. That's like an awkward smile. Like, yeah. Keep talking about your dog, Sherry. I'm sure your dog's adorable, Sherry. Cacti, draw a card. Here, Kinesis. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon for each TM encounter on that Pokemon. Huh, that's a lot of damage actually. Mew Strike. What am I talking about? Meowstick. What was I even saying? Creepy Cat from Heck. Draw 3 cards as Pokemon is now asleep. Sending damage to defending Pokemon weakness and now cycling until the end of your turn. Next turn. Cool. Cool, cool. Fighting stuff. This is what I'm interested in. This is what I'm way interested in. I know we're getting that new fighting stadium. Alright, this is cool. What a cool combo too. Revenge 30 damage if this Pokemon were knocked out by attack from blah 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 blah. Attack does 90 more damage. Oh, so you're just using revenge. If Pokemon were knocked out by opponent's attack during opponent's last turn, this attack does 90 more damage. For 2 energies, you could have just made this a 1 energy attack, would have been fine. 100 impact, 160 damage. With all the new damage boost, you can hit that a lot of numbers with this card, so it seems alright. Although this card just feels like a really bad card in general, especially in like compared to other Pokemon cards. It's pretty okay. Like so far, it's not better than Buzzwole so far. Extremity of Stalwart Gx. 200 damage. This Pokemon has at least 1 extra energy attached to it. If this Pokemon would be knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, if it is not knocked out and its remaining HP is 10. So even if you have 10 HP left, you can use this attack and still survive. That's alright. You need 4 energies though, which is kind of hard to do, and you have no ways to accelerate energies on the fighting type Pokemon, so it seems alright. I don't really like this card that much. Diglett, Underground Work. This Pokemon discarded by effects of Giovanni's Exile. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Oh, I know what Giovanni's Exile does. We'll talk about that later. I remember that card. I really like that card. I think it's really strong. That's a really cool effect, I guess, if you can use that over and over again. Doesn't seem very likely, but you know, it seems pretty cool regardless. Duck Trio, if you have a stadium card in play, this attack does 60 more damage. Alright, cool. Cubone, once during your next turn, your opponent's beat attack does base damage is 80. It's pretty okay. Marowak. Flip a coin until he gets tails. Attack does 50 damage for each one. Alright. Ooh, I like the Team Rocket stuff in the background here. Assault Boom. If your opponent's active Pokemon has a Pokemon Tool card attached to it, this attack does 70 more damage. Rhyhorn, 80 base. It switches one with one of your bench. Another Rhyhorn, 90 HP. That's really strong. A lot of HP for a basic that evolves into a stage 2. Rhydon though, with Giovanni back there. This is got a top card of your opponent's deck. If you play Giovanni's Exile from your hand during this turn, discard the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck instead of 1. Bro, that's actually really cool. I'm not gonna lie. Mill is back, dude. Rhyperiors are all about that Mill right now. So you play this with that new Rhyperior and Celebi, and you can actually deck out your opponent's deck pretty fast. That Rhyperior is just marching. Look at him go. Massive Cannon. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. Alright. 160 damage, attack does 20 damage to each of your bench Pokemon. So whatever, you don't attack with this. You attack with this. This is just the new Mill strategy, right? You play this, you have Rhyperior, you can use Celebi to attack with this while you're a Rhyperior and just do max potion shenanigans. I kind of really like this idea a lot. Giovanni's Exile is really easy to pull off. You just play down Lele's and then you put them in the discard pile immediately with Giovanni's Exile. I actually really like this. This is really cool. Tyro. Oh, the new baby Pokemon, right? This is the fact that these are Pokemon that have just abilities and that's it. 60 HP. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Either way, your turn now ends. Wait a minute. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may flip a coin. If heads, put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Either way, your turn now ends. So you actually can't use this with Victini, because by the time you use it, you can't just reflip. I think your turn just ends immediately, right? Huh. This is not a good card. I was really, and like, huh. I don't know why this would be good. I mean, you have Free Retreat, which is cool, but you're a 60 HP Pokemon, and then your ability immediately ends your turn, so you can't attack, and your opponent can still take a prize off you. Oh, Victini only, oh yeah, I forget. You can't even use Victini anyways, so it only works for attacks. You're right, Tikro, thank you. This card is not good. I was hoping for the first baby card in a while, because babies were broken back in the day. Lando, look at that beefy boy. This attack does 30 damage from your opponent's Pokemon. Alright, boring. 60 damage, movement energy from this Pokemon. Okay, this card's boring. Man, that sucks. Show me a Lucario. Crabrawler. Didn't we already have this card before? I feel like we had this exact same artwork too. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent's attack, the 60 more damage. Boring. Abominable, fight alone. Oh, fight alone, like fight alone Lucario, but on Abominable, that's boring. If you have fewer Pokemon in play than your opponent, attack the 60 more damage for each fewer Pokemon you have in play. Yeah, it's just like fight alone Lucario, but I guess it's easier to pull off because it's a DCE and you're a fighting type, so you get that boost if you play Diancie, but you want to play less Pokemon. It's interesting but boring. Murkrow and Honchkrow, okay, so this is how I'm excited about because I think Honchkrow is really strong. Murkrow, surprise. Choose one of your Pokemon. Choose one card from your opponent's hand without looking. Look at that card you choose. Then your opponent shuffles that card into their deck. All right, cool. And then Honchkrow. So first of all, we have the other Honchkrow that does 20 damage for each damage count on your opponent's side of the board, or is it 20 plus 10 for each damage count on your opponent's side of the board? That pairs really well with this card. Honchkrow is one of my favorite bird Pokemon in the entire game. I think it's my second favorite bird Pokemon if you don't count Latios and Latias. I really want a Honchkrow Togekiss tag team because I like the idea of there being like the dark and fairy combo. But that aside, Honchkrow's cool, 210 HP, so pretty decent HP number. Ruler of the Night. As long as this Pokemon's your active Pokemon, your opponent can't play any Pokemon tools, special energy, or stadium card. That's huge. No DCEs, no Prism Star Stadiums, no choice bands, no dumbbells, whatever other tools, no skateboards. That's pretty big. So I really like this Honchkrow's GX ability. Dark Feather Storm, 90 damage. The attack does 30 damage to 2 of your opponent's special Pokemon, GX or EX. So they have to be GX or EX. I didn't know that. Still think this card's good because 90 damage is still pretty decent, even if you're not doing spread damage. Obviously, this pairs well with the other Honchkrow because if you do enough spread damage on the board, the other Honchkrow comes in with a DC and does huge damage. And then Unfair GX, your opponent reveals their hand, discard 2 cards from it, which is just amazing. That's actually a really strong GX attack. Being able to take your opponent's small hand size and force them to be stuck by discarding their draw supporters is really strong, and it's only a DC too. So I really like this Honchkrow. It gives you time to set up while also being kind of broken. I know we have this Dusk Stones card that lets you immediately evolve into Honchkrow. So as early as turn 1, you can have them locked out, and you can Unfair GX them if you find a DC. This deck is going to be really strong, really disruptive. I'm actually really excited about this. I love disruptive offensive decks. It's one of my favorites, and this card is definitely going to be one of those cards. So Honchkrow, super strong. Can't wait to build this deck whenever we do testing grounds again. Spirit Tomb. 60 HP, it damages itself, right? Once during your turn, you may put 1 damage count on this Pokemon. Boring. 10 plus damage. Attack does 30 damage for each damage count on this Pokemon. So the most you can do is 150 more. So you hit for 160. So with the choice band, it's 190. It's all right, but I mean, you literally have 10 HP left. So it's whatever to me. Sandile. We're getting a Crocodile card. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, any damage on your Pokemon by the attacks of your opponent's Pokemon is reduced by 20. All right, that's not bad. The other Sandile, this one has 70 HP. Anime artwork, cool. Swaggering Fang, this man's got swag. 30 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack. During your next turn, the Pokemon's attack do an additional 120 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So if you take a knockout, you can hit them for 120 the following turn. Interesting. Kakarot. Alright. This same Pokemon can't retreat. Whatever. Crocodile. I love Crocodile. He's so cool. Gobble Panic. This attack does 50 damage for each energy in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. Alright. Crunch. Discard 1 energy. Alright, it's a pretty boring card, but it's still pretty cool regardless. Jigglypuff. Ball Roll. Flip a coin until you get tails. Attack does 20 damage for each number of heads. Oh, look at that little crown. Is that a Comfey? Is there a Comfey head in there? Wigglytuff. Choose 3 energy cards from your discard pile. Show them to your opponent and put them into your hand. And then Sleepy Ball, 80 damage. Your opponent's Pokemon is now asleep. This is just adorable. You know, where's Igglypuff? They should have put Igglypuff in here if they have babies. They put Clef in here. First of all, adorable. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6 cards. Either way, your turn now ends. Oh, they brought back the other Cleffa. Oh, that's crazy. See, the other Cleffa was good though because like you could potentially not be knocked out. But like, this is still good. I don't know how good it's going to be, but a free Cynthia that ends your turn, it could sometimes be useful. It's just the problem is that it's a coin flip and your turn ends regardless, right? So I don't know if these babies are good. Because if you guys don't know, the old rules of babies were that like if they were under a status condition, I think if they were asleep in particular, your opponent had to flip. and if your opponent got tails, they couldn't damage them that turn. So that was the effect of babies previously. And the babies had some really strong free attacks. But instead of it being attacks now, they're just abilities. So I don't know if I like it, but having free retreat is never bad. So I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I'd have to actually play test with them first. We'll see how they do in Japan as well. But they're really cool. I like the effects of it. And that Cleffa is just too adorable. Like, how could you not be in love with this Cleffa? I've been trying to get shiny Cleffa in Pokemon Go for like the past, since the event started. And like, God, it's just so cute. I love it. Cottonee. A Whimsicott Gx. Interesting. No Togekiss GX yet. So what's going on, Pokemon? Whimsicott Gx. This man is winking. If any damage is under this Pokemon by attacks, the point of heads prevent that damage. Oh, that's annoying. So essentially, so this is the effect that is kind of what I was talking about, right? But like on baby Pokemon, but they put it on Whimsicott. So if anytime you were to attack this Pokemon, flip a coin of heads, prevent that damage. All right. Energy blow, 10 damage, attack does 30 damage times the amount of energy attached to this Pokemon. All right, so it's like Guardy. So you just play this in Guardy, like, or I mean, I don't know where else you'd play this in. It's hard to get a bunch of energies on a Whimsicott. I know they have this new triple energy card, so maybe you play it with triple energy. But whatever. 30 more damage times the amount. So with triple energy, if you have 4 energies attached, you're hitting for 120, 130. It's not bad. Being able to dodge knockouts, quote unquote, with your ability could be pretty good. Toy Box GX, switch your deck with the 5 cards and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Alright, so it's just Magnezone's GX deck, or Metagross Meowth, 60 HP. Man is cozy with his substitutes. I can appreciate it. Catnap, alright. Persian, let's see what's going on with... There's a Persian GX? What? That is the best artwork I've ever seen for a Persian card. This actually makes me like Persian. This artwork is so... Look how muscular Persian is. That's number 1. This man actually looks like a tiger, like a lion. This man looks like King of the Beast. This is the best artwork. I have to tweet about this. Like, how is this... I have to save this picture right now, and I have to make a tweet about how I really, really like this Persian artwork. That's really cool. I love this artwork, man. I love it. I don't know why. I just think the artwork is so good. I've never been so intimidated and like in awe of a Persian before. But this definitely just made Persian raise a couple levels in my favorite Pokemon meter with this artwork on its own. Especially since it's official artwork. That's so cool. I love it. Anyways, Persian GX. That's cool that we have a Persian GX. 200 HP. What does this Persian do anyways? I didn't even check. Each of your opponent's Pokemon play with a Catnap attack pay no energy to use their attacks. Alright. Oh, to use any of their attacks? Huh. Interesting. Is there any other Pokemon with Catnap? I'll have to look at that later. Catwalk. Once during your turn, if your Pokemon GX or EX was knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack during their last turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 cards and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. So, if one of your GX Pokemon were knocked out, you can just put any 2 cards into your hand. Revenge. This attack does 20 more damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile. Oh, it's like Vespiquen, but you can only do it with 9, so you can hit for 180. So 190 with Revenge. It's not bad. It's not a bad attack, and its ability is really strong too. So far, it's a good card. With Choice Band, you're hitting for 220. That's pretty good numbers. With Kukui, you're hitting for 240. I like it so far. Slashback GX, 150 damage for just Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Oh, so whatever. That one doesn't matter. But Revenge is pretty strong. If you can like accelerate a bunch of Pokemon into your discard pile, you have that Giovanni card as well. So that's what I guess that's kind of where this card gets inspired from. This is interesting. Yeah, I agree, Synchro. I like all the things that Synchro is saying. I like how he's a Cleffa stan now. I appreciate you, bro. I am there with you. But I really like this Persian. You combine it with Giovanni's Exile, which if you guys don't know what it does, we'll talk about it in a second. But it discards. You can put 2 cards from your bench to the discard pile. 2 Pokemon cards. So damage, not. I think they have to be. Don't they have to be like undamaged? They could just be any 2 Pokemon, damaged or not. But they go directly to your discard pile, so that's another way to accelerate Pokemon to your discard pile. Outside of just playing a bunch of Pokemon and a bunch of Ultra Balls and treasures and stuff like that. But I like this Persian a lot. I think it's got some potential. It hits for a lot of damage and it has a really, really cool ability. So I like it. I don't know if it's going to be like a deck, but it's still pretty cool. Doduo. Attack this one damage, whatever, boring. But Emolga, oh, I guess Emolga works too. But like Emolga doesn't put them in the discard pile, it just puts them into your hand. That's not the issue. The issue is putting them into the discard pile. Dodrio. Flip 3 coins, this attack does 60 damage times the number of heads. Because in my head, I'm imagining playing Marshadows and Lele's and using like, and just getting rid of them so they don't get punished with Giovanni's. That's what's going on in my head. But Emolga works too if you can Ultra Ball them away. Let's take a look at Dodrio here. I like, oh, that's so cool how he's using Tri-Attack. I can respect that. That's really cool. I like Dodrio a lot too, thanks to Pokemon Let's Go. I was pretty much riding on Dodrio the entire game. Discharge, flip 3 coins for each head, search your deck for an energy, reveal it and put them into your hand. Alright, Porygon, cool. Porygon, other one, 60 HP, boring card. Porygon 2, little freaking duck. Look at that duck, he's quacking about. Porygon Z, you may use the ability as many times as you like during your turn. Attach a special energy card from one of your Pokemon. So you can just essentially build a deck with exclusively special energies and then endlessly accelerate energies. This works in a lot of decks. It's a really good card, actually. I mean, you can play all the unit energies. You can play the DCEs, you can play the triple energy, super boost, any... Like, you don't even play basic energies, right? You just play exclusively... Then you just lose to Honchkrow immediately, but like, if you're not playing against Honchkrow, this deck is really strong. I do like it. I don't know what you'd play it in. Like, you'd have to build a deck exclusively around the idea that you can use this Porygon Z. I don't think this is the kind of card you just fit into cards like Guardy or Zoroark because there's no reason to. You really only need that one extra energy attachment for cards like Zoroark, and Guardy already has its own energy acceleration. So I'm not too sure what deck you'd play this in, but if you can build a deck around it, that could be really strong. You can use it in a colorless deck, I guess, but like, is there any good colorless cards that like are worth doing that for? You know what I mean? I don't know. Snorlax. I'm more interested in like the fact that you can abuse unit energies. That's what I'm more interested in. Between turns, you may heal 10 damage from this Pokemon. Persian GX, but Persian GX only 3 energies. You know what I mean? Is it really worth playing it in Persian? Persian's already gonna have the whole thing of getting 9 Pokemon in the discard pile and playing probably Palpads and Giovanni's and abusing the Giovanni engine and stuff like that. So that's my headcanon for like what's going on there. I'd have to look at like really heavy attacking Pokemon or Pokemon that take multiple types of energy to attack. Because that's the cool thing is that you have unit energy, you have rainbow energy, you have a bunch of energy cards that get count as multiple energies at the same time. So it really opens up this crazy possibility for a bunch of really strong decks to come out. Like some basic attackers that require some crazy energy costs or attack costs that you can combine with unit energies, and then you just play like a bunch of energy lottos and stuff like that. I like the idea of Porygon Z. I think it's really strong. I just don't know what I would build it with yet. This card takes some research, but it has the potential to be one of the best decks in the format. The only problem is you have to avoid Honchkrow. That's why they printed Honchkrow, literally. Snorlax and the other thing, Snorlax and Eevee. Yeah, but is Snorlax and Eevee that strong? It only works versus evolution cards. If you're playing against basics, that card's actually pretty meh from experience, trust me. Big counter. If your opponent's Pokemon's attack team, attack does 120 more damage. Big counter, but you're still not taking a knockout. That's funny. Tell me how that's like a field blower that discards itself. Yes, there is one. Oh, another baby. Happy. Are these the only 3 babies? Looks like it. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin of heads, heal 60 damage from one of your Pokemon. Either way, your turn now ends. I don't like these babies, man. Besides Cleffa, they all seem kind of meh. Chatot, the man's in the sky. Mimic, alright. And then we got trainers, that's what I'm interested in. Escape Rope, same one. Zage Pixel? Zag Pickle? So Pickaxe card. Look at the top 3 cards of either player's deck and choose one of them. That player shuffles the other cards back into their deck, and then puts the card you chose on top of that deck. Alright, so it's another disruption card more or less that can also help you. Emolga that lets you grab another Pokemon with Nuzzle, I think, right? If you have the Nuzzle attack, you can put it into your hand using Emolga. Ultra Ball's here, Rare Candy is here, Fire Crystal. Put 3 energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. It's whatever. Like, it's a pretty cool card, I guess, because we have that other fire supporter. But like, it doesn't help us have fun, so I don't care. Duskstone. If you have a Pokemon to play that evolves from Mismagius, Honchkrow, or Chandelure, or Aegislash, search your deck for a card that evolves from that Pokemon and put it on that Pokemon to evolve it. So essentially, this is pretty much only good for Honchkrow right now until we get better Miss Magius, Chandelure, or Aegislash cards. But like turn 1, you can evolve it. You can evolve your Murkrow. So you can play it like you can put down Murkrow, then immediately use Dust Stone, and it breaks evolution rules. So it's really strong. Giovanni's Exile, I cannot wait to get me a couple full arts of this card. This card is going to be beautiful. Giovanni is one of my favorite characters in all of Pokemon. I'm super hyped about this. Choose up to 2 of your bench Pokemon with no damage. Oh, it has to be no. They have to be not damaged. That's actually good to know. Yeah, okay. All right. Discard those Pokemon and all cards attached to them. All right, cool. Fan Club is back. Welder, here it is. Attach up to 2 Fire Energy cards from your hand to one of your Pokemon if you do draw 3 cards. Oh, I didn't know you can also draw 3 cards. That's not bad at all. That makes this card a lot better than I thought it was. So you can attach Fire Energies from your hand and then also draw. I like it. Is this going to be good in Blacephalon? I don't think so. It doesn't really help Blacephalon that much, but it's still pretty interesting. Ooh, spread kills Giovanni. Straight up spread kills Giovanni. But then you just play that Mew that kills spread, so you should be okay. Red's challenge. There's a card. Red has a card now. That's interesting. Discard 2 cards from your hand if you do search your deck for 1 card and put it into your hand. So it's a... I don't know how good this is. It's really nice because you can grab any 1 card, but discarding 2 cards is kind of difficult in standard. So I'm not too sure how good this card is. I don't know if there's many decks that would play this card over like... I don't know. Excuse me. This card is very versatile, but it's not very consistent. You know what I mean? You're not always going to be able to discard, and whenever you are able to discard, you're only grabbing 1 card. So I don't know if I like this card, but it's still pretty cool. I think it's nice that Red has a card. That's good in non-Bliss Fire decks. I mean, it's pretty good in Blacephalon too, because like you're going to have, there's so many games where you just have a bunch of energies in your hand. The only problem is that like you're not going to be using that early game. You're going to be using it mid to late game, right? Because the early game you're just kind of spamming draw supporters and then using Guzma. So I don't know if you actually have room for Welder in the deck. So it's kind of like whatever. Fighting Dojo, this is what I'm most excited for. Shoutouts to Lucario Gx coming back in format. This card literally fixes the entire deck, letting you put every card that it was able to whiff knockouts for now in range. The attacks of fighting type, the attacks of Pokemon with basic fighting energy attached to them do 10 more damage. So already it's really good because now instead of hitting 120 with the card, you're hitting with 130. This is without Diancie, which is pretty big because now you can knock out Zapdos in 1 hit, which is the problem beforehand, because that's why I've been hesitant about playing Lucario in standard right now, is because Zapdos. But like with this card, you can knock out Zapdos 1 hit because you hit past the resistance. Not to mention 130 is a huge number, so Fighting Dojo becomes really, really good. But then it gets better if there's Pokemon with more prize cards remaining. The attacks of their Pokemon do 40 more damage. So now instead of 120, you hit 160. With Diancie, it's 180. With Choice Band, that's 210. So if you're behind on prizes, you can hit 210. Which is nice. It doesn't really matter because the only relevant 210 Pokemon are already going to be knocked out because of weakness. But say they play like, well, weakness policy, then it helps. Yes, and it's not just fighting Pokemon. It's any Pokemon with basic fighting energy. So if you have a deck that is attacked with colorless energies, you can literally just use Fighting Dojo. So talk about Persian from earlier, right? Persian now can hit, was it 210 now? I actually don't remember. I don't know. I don't have to scroll up, but I guess we're already here, so we might as well. Now, if you play Fighting Energies in Persian, you can hit 180, 190. They're going to hit 200. The Choice Band is 230. With Kukui, that's 250. Now you're taking knockouts on these Pokemon, these Stage 2 Pokemon easier. So, like, I kind of like this. And if you're behind on prizes, you're hitting a lot more damage. And Persian is probably going to be behind on prizes to abuse his ability anyways. Oh, it does 10 and 40 more damage? Well, let me do it. No, the attacks do 40 more damage, not 10 plus 40 more. If there is a player with prize cards remaining, the attacks of their Pokemon with basic fighting energies do 40 more damage instead. It says instead there. So it's not 50 more damage, it's only 40 more damage. But yeah, pretty good. Pretty good card. Definitely a card I need to get me like 4 reverses of. This is the new stadium of choice. And I need to go get me, if anybody, my birthday is coming up. If you guys want to know my wish list of Pokemon cards I need, I need 3 more Secret Rare Fighting Energies and 5 more Secret Rare Metal Energies and 2 Secret Rare Pokemon Communications. and I would love an extra full Erica. So putting that out there for you guys. My birthday is March 4th. It's in like less than 2 weeks. Love you guys. Dust Island. That's like some Hunter stuff. When a player switches their poisoned active Pokemon with the effects of a trainer card, their new active Pokemon is now poisoned. So if they manually retreat, it doesn't matter. But if they use a trainer card, their new active Pokemon is now poisoned. Weird. Oh, Fiery Flint is back. Whoa, they just made it a straight up rock? I don't like this. Oh, that's so weird to look at as a Pokemon. It literally looks like a deviant art or like make it yourself Pokemon card. I don't like it at all. But welcome back, Fire Flint. Oh, that's awkward. Ugh, I don't like any of that. Rescue Stretcher. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that one. Kiawe is back. Oh, a new artwork for Cynthia. Oh, look at my baby. Oh, look at her. I love you. I love you. Please come to me, Cynthia. We share all the same interests. We share all the same favorite Pokemon. Let's hang out. Let's get dinner together. Come on. Kiawe, what's your new artwork look like? Cool, I guess. Triple Boost. So I guess we should probably talk about this card. This Triple Boost provides 3 colors energy as long as it's attached to a Pokemon. Triple Boost can only be attached to an evolved Pokemon. Discard Triple Boost energy at the end of the turn it was attached. So it's literally just use it for that turn. This card was also provides 3 chicken nuggets, but only to adults. Oh, I like that text. So I'm pretty sure there were some like gym promo cards somewhere. Note that all reprinted cards use A or B original stock, including Ultra Ball, in case that their legality will not be renewed in the future. Oh, really? Okay. The reprint cards will likely become Pokemon League promos for us in the future. All right. The set also features a return of baby Pokemon they have not been seen in years and years. How they are standalone basic Pokemon. Their modern evolutions have no way of evolving from them. Okay. So were these? I thought they had some new promo cards like Porygon Z, Porygon Gx. I remember seeing that. Hold on, I know it exists. They were talking about it. I saw it on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, Porygon Z and Blaze Quiz Show and more gym promos. Here they are. All right, let's take a look at these. We'll talk about like Volkner. I'll talk about that, I guess, as like the English set releases. But there's a couple of things, including the Chandelure. No, it's just a Livik, never mind. But Miss Magius. Well, there's a handful of cards to talk about here, so we'll talk about these as well, and then we'll call it a video. This has been a long video, but it's fine. Litwick, find a friend. All right, cool. Torcat. Ooh, you guys know I love me Torcat. Look at, I just want to scratch his little belly. I want to scratch his little belly. I love Torcat so much. Miss Magius. Attack does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon, whatever. 40 damage. Choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles into their deck. Alright, kind of boring. Riolu. Oh my god, look at him. He's so happy. I wish it was good. I wish it was his Detect Riolu. Oh, I'm going to get him though. I'm going to get that card. Murkrow. Surprise. We already saw that. It's just a new artwork. I like Murkrow, so I can't even be upset. Here's Porygon Z Gx. Troubleshooting. First of all, let's look at the artwork. Alright, cool. Stock image. Discard a special energy card from this Pokemon if you do heal 80 damage from this Pokemon, so it pairs well with the other Porygon. Abnormal Fever, 106 damage. This Pokemon is now burned, so you burn yourself. Okay. Fatal Error. Search your deck for up to 10 cards and discard them. Then shuffle your deck. Okay, what a weird card. But it's actually really good. The GX attack is good. It's just that it's a stage 2 GX Pokemon, so it's not exactly like a splashable GX attack. Otherwise, this attack would be amazing. Being able to like put just 10 cards in your discard pile would help so many decks, but unfortunately it's a stage 2. This card's pretty bad, not gonna lie. It's pretty boring. Moving on. Blaine's Quiz Show. Put a Pokemon card from your hand face down in front of you and tell your opponent one of its attack names. Your opponent guesses the name of that Pokemon. Reveal that Pokemon. If your opponent guessed right, they draw 4 cards. If your opponent guessed wrong, you draw 4 cards. Return that Pokemon to your hand. Okay. It's just another quiz show silly card. I like it. First of all, look at that abnormal looking beak on that Magmar thing. I'm not a fan of that. It's like the whole thing is like whatever, but then that beak is like randomly 3D. Not a fan of that. it's the only 60 HP Riolu we have with Elm, etc. Oh, I guess, but like, you're not gonna want to play it. I guess technically it's not bad. I guess with like the new fighting dojo, you don't have Brooklyn anymore, so you could try to Elm out the Riolus and Rockruffs, because there are 60 HP Rockruffs. But I think Lily Ball engines have been proven to be superior just in general, so we're just gonna play Lily and Nuts Balls. I think would be the better way to play it. Anyways, that's gonna be all the decks to talk about, guys. All the cards to talk about. This was fun. It was a nice little live reaction. Thank you guys for hanging out on stream today. I appreciate it. Let's see if anybody has done anything while I wasn't looking. If we got any new followers, we got some subscriptions, but thank you guys for subscribing. C Cumber and Synchro, the boys, as always. Thank you, Pokebeach, as always. I'm gonna actually end the stream here as well as the video. Thank you guys all for hanging out tonight. I'm gonna end it because I need to get to bed. You guys can hear that I am not doing as well as I was hoping I would be doing, so I'm gonna try to get some sleep early tonight. We'll start recording Melmetal again tomorrow during the stream. We'll try to like spam some Melmetal. But thank you guys for hanging out. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, share for all the YouTube cats out there, and I'll see you guys ideally tomorrow with another YouTube video and stream. Peace.